Anti-Social Network.
Yeah. Mask up, stay 6.
All right. In the past, people might not have been able to see our intro video while we recorded,
Right.
but now we can because we're on the Anti-Social Network and we're privileged to all of their tools and
Yeah, and
utilities now.
this is the first time I've seen it, and I just want to say to my lovely husband, good job.
Oh, you like
I
that?
love
do you?
it. I love it. Especially,
job,
I
Jeff.
always love that thing where the grill flares up. That is, and that occasionally really happens when he's
Oh,
grilling.
right.
So,
I
you
think
know.
my
Is that when you broke the window when you threw that pitch?
yes,
Yeah.
that was the video I made. I was prepping to do the first pitch at the Reds game, and I hadn't thrown a baseball in like 15 years. So I didn't have anybody to catch for me, so I just threw it into the fence in the backyard, and made a sound effect of shattered glass because just to
So you didn't actually
spice it up. a little. No, I didn't actually
break the window. Okay.
Sorry to. Oh, I shouldn't dispel these myths. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was buying it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have shattered a few windows in my time, though.
Yeah.
And I thought you shattered one preparing for the first pitch.
No.
No, he just did the effect, apparently. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a friend that threw his TV in the pool because his team lost.
Oh wow.
Well, that's just effing with yourself. You know? I
Yeah.
mean, what the
Not
heck?
my pool.
Right, right.
Or your
Mic'd
TV.
up. And really, even if somebody had been in the pool, the volume of water would have offset if it had been plugged in or something.
I didn't even think about that.
The only person you're biting there is yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just stupid.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Depending on the grade of the TV, I guess. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
But
True. You know, it's not quite a toaster in the bathtub. So.
No, not quite. Not quite. Unless he's looking to redo his pool and buy a new TV. So excuses.
Yeah, well, that's true.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buy a new TV, probably.
Yeah.
So I saw Thea ducked out for a second, but she's back, thank God, because this is
Hi.
we're gathered here today to honor someone's in the news for very good reasons. I feel like.
Are we recording already?
Yeah.
Should I do the intro?
How about that?
Okay. Welcome, gentle folks, once again to Yeah Aha with Lisa, Phil, and Aaron from California, whose arms must be tired. This week we have with us the lovely Tango and the impressive Thea. Welcome, ladies.
Hi, everybody.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Greetings and hallucinations.
Right.
Okay.
So real excited about this cast. I think this is going to be a good panel.
Yeah.
And a good subject.
Yep.
Wait, I've never been called a cast member before.
Or panelists, cast member.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I mean, I had the old Rocky Horror Picture Show days. So.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of a cast member of the Rock and Roll Heaven podcast.
Yeah, I guess so.
Drop in.
I was a Disney cast member for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Is that what they called you guys? Your associates?
Yeah, that's what they call them. Did you enjoy? Are you wearing a Misfits shirt, Aaron?
Oh,
yep.
I am not.
I can't even read that.
It's backwards.
Honey, show them your shirt. Oh,
Bruce Springsteen. Good for you. Perfect.
I mean, come on.
Nice.
Work with me.
I love the backwards.
Can you see the back? Hold on, let's see. Can you see it?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hun, show them your new shirt. We got this at the thrift store for $3.
Monsters.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. We got some cool shirts going on.
Yep.
That's right.
And I have, I do what I
Fleetwood
want.
Mac.
Oh, wait a minute. Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood
Cool.
Mac, all right.
I love it.
Mine
Okay.
says, I do what I want.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
As well you should.
Fun. Fun.
And it's a hoodie, so that makes it even better.
So what's the hat say, Tango? Is it TD strong, too strong, or something?
T.O. Strong.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens.
Thousand Oaks.
Oh, okay.
Is that from the shooting at Border?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was something they did for the community, and it's just one of the purchases.
Nice.
Cool.
Yep.
Donor type of situation.
Sorry?
Donor type of situation.
Donor?
Like if you bought something, it gave money to the.
I'm sure it
Yeah.
did. Proceeds probably went towards that incident.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of donors and proceeds, our subject today is he donates to causes. I think of him as a kind of a more modern Dylan. So, Hun, if you want to intro our subject.
Let me just
Oh,
add to that or
uh-huh.
correct. I need to correct you there.
Oh, okay.
I know there are a lot of people that don't like Bruce Springsteen's voice, but modern day Dylan, he sounds a
Oh,
million better than
I went
Dylan.
to I went to, I'm gonna
I think she meant as a
apologize and
songwriter.
restate. Yes, I meant, protest songs, you know? I feel like
Yeah.
he not maybe as strongly as Dylan, but I feel like he continues the idea of utilizing popular music to highlight, issues in society.
Yeah. He's
I
a
meant that.
storyteller.
No,
He's a
no, his
storyteller.
voice is definitely way better than Dylan.
Yeah, but
I
yeah, they are
really
both storytellers
yeah.
for sure.
Right.
Yes.
Half the time, I can't listen to a Dylan song sung by
Nope.
Dylan. I
Me
have
either.
to listen to the same song sung by somebody else or just read the lyrics.
Well,
Same
they have
here. I can read
Yeah,
his lyrics like poetry, but to
yeah,
hear his voice is like nails on a chalkboard for me.
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Dylan, not Bruce.
I used to volunteer in a nursing home, and there was this 92-year-old man with dementia, and
Mhm.
I was like, "Oh, look, we'll just set him to music and call it Dylan." You know, but
So this is going to be part one of what we've called the Big Ballin' Boss Challenge.
Right.
hmm
I think the timing is right
yes,
because if you watch the news, Bruce is in the news having a war of words with the president of the United States, even though I think he's abroad. He's touring abroad because Trump has promised him to serve him some papers or something like that when he gets back, some kind
yeah,
of bluster
whatever.
that's probably not going to
Yeah,
amount to anything. But
right.
we thought it was a good time because he's not only topical, but the music is fantastic. And this bracket, we've never done a bracket of this size before. So it's kind of a challenge in that respect also. But this bracket was designed, put together for the most part by Thea, based on
Thank you.
not necessarily the biggest hits that Bruce has had, but just favorite songs. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, one of the things that I tried to focus on when creating this list is making sure that a lot of the songs that people are not so familiar with were in there.
right.
Okay. And I need to show y'all something really fun first. Okay.
Do it, do it. I'm always
Got a new
one for
got,
world.
got a new cell phone. Bought a new cell phone case.
Mhm.
Uh, I found it on Amazon. It was the cheapest one I could find. Had no idea what it did. I just liked the way it gradiated from pink into teal. But it does this.
It's got sparkles.
Yeah. Not only does it have sparkles, but it's a lava case.
Yeah.
I guess
Ooh.
lava case isn't the right
I
word,
get it.
but it moves.
Yeah.
See, and you can,
As,
yeah, isn't
yeah,
that
Fun
cool?
for hours.
I
as
know,
Lisa,
right?
as
Just
Lisa and
a
I are
just
both
a little bit of my
neurospicy.
special pain medicine, and yeah, I could have fun for hours,
I'm just saying, and also with our
especially if I take a whole
neurospicy,
gummy. Sorry, Tia.
no, you're
Yeah,
good. With our neurospicy natures,
yeah.
that would be just entertainment forever.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well,
I'm like, I lament the lack of a toddler.
so we should dive into it because,
Yeah.
as we know, we haven't done these before, but we've
Right.
been on them, and we know that these things can drag on if we don't get down to it. There'll be plenty of room for everyone to put in some comments about these songs. But Aaron has made an outstanding bracket, a Google sheet, and you're gonna follow that, right, Aaron? You're gonna maybe we might share
Yeah.
that screen out periodically throughout here to see the
Oh, I'm
status.
doing it on a separate machine, so
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's
That's
you
fine.
can
fine.
share it. You can pull it up and share it.
Aaron can do anything.
You'll see the
Yeah.
changes in real time.
Yeah.
Oh, Philip can do a lot of stuff too.
Oh.
The dynamic duo.
So,
Yep.
So you say, okay, all right. So let's go ahead. We'll kick it off.
Mhm.
And the way we're doing is like this 64 team bracket for the NCAA basketball tournament, and that we're
Time to
taking
glasses up so
the
I can
top
see the monitor.
seeds. We should say that we rank these by popularity or downloads in Spotify, with a couple. For the most part, that was the guideline we used, and so we're pairing off the very most popular songs against the least downloaded songs from Spotify. But as we'll find out, I'm sure the most popular songs are not necessarily going to prevail. So,
Mhm.
but we'll kick it off with the song that probably is the most identifiable Bruce song, and that's "Born in the USA" versus "Long Walk Home" from. Oh, I don't have the albums listed. That's unfortunate. But "Long Walk Home" versus "Born in the USA." We'll start with Thea, since it's her bracket.
Long Walk Home versus.
Sorry about that.
Long Walk Home is on Magic, by the way.
Okay.
I have to go with Born in the USA. Um, so many different reasons, but number one, I laugh every year around the 4th of July or any other big patriotic holiday when so many people out there believe that it's a pro USA song. And it's like, yeah, Born in the USA. But if you
It's a
really
protest
listen
song.
to the lyrics and read it, it is truly a protest song. And it
Mhm.
is not the pro America song that so many donks out there claim it to be.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm
it's
going
a
with
war
Born in the
protest song.
USA.
Okay.
All right.
How about we go reverse alpha, hun?
Okay.
Just to keep things in line.
Sounds perfect.
So I believe you are nope, Tango. Okay.
Okay, well, not to be rude,
Mhm.
but
Oh.
Born in the USA got played out for me. I heard
Mhm.
it so much, and Long Walk Home I wasn't really familiar with, so most of the list I actually had to listen to. No
Right,
offense to
right. Me too.
Bruce.
Oh, me too.
I
Me
guess if
too,
I
by the
had
way.
to pick one of the songs to listen to
Mhm.
today, I could say Long Walk Home, but if I had to listen to the song like more often, probably Born in the USA because I'm familiar with it at this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
my response.
So you're choosing Born in the USA.
Yes, I'll go Born in
Okay.
the USA. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
All
Hun?
right. Well, when I
Process
was
of elimination.
Right.
yeah,
Got ya.
when I was in Oakland City College for about a month and a half, I'd go to
longer than that.
the student cafeteria or whatever, the lounge, and it was a very small school, so the lounge was usually empty. But every day, like clockwork, this dude would come in, uh, put 2 coins in the pool table, go over to the jukebox and play "Born in the USA," and then he'd start playing, a solitaire game of pool. But he'd be dancing around the pool table, taking shots behind his back and shit to this song. And I mean, he was like really, really into it, but he was like lost in his own little world. And I have a feeling he didn't know that that was a protest song either. But I
Maybe he
mean,
did it, but he enjoyed the beat. The
yeah,
it
it was hilarious. So.
that was
Was he
what
good
is
at
it?
pool? Was he making his shots, or was he just doing silly
Yeah,
shit and
he was
missing?
pretty. No, he was
Like
pretty good. He was pretty good. But
like when
this
Phil
song
and
had
I were
like,
in gym class, we had this basketball semester, and we just took goofy hook shots and impossible shots all day long, just me and him under a basket.
yeah, right, like mid court, backwards,
Right.
and every once in a while you'd hit one. It's like, oh shit.
I don't
But
remember
There's
no,
hitting any, but I'll take your word for it.
but I'm gonna go with "Born in the USA" just because of the mass appeal. I did like "Long Walk Home." I gave it a pretty high score, and like you, Tango, I probably knew about 30 or 40% of this list, but I did have to listen to a lot of them,
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoyed listening to a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Oh,
giving it to
sorry. I was just
no,
going to say
go
really
ahead.
quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Back
No
to your just last point is,
problem.
yeah, that's when I noticed how Dylan-esque he is.
Mhm.
Because a lot of the
Yeah.
ballads were very that
Yeah.
style, especially when he gets on the harmonica and stuff. So, anyway, yeah, that's all.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna have to give it to Long Walk Home. I like you said, Born in the USA is played out for me, and I liked the movement from Long Walk Home. Now, I listened to each of these songs at least twice, and I did actually have to listen to a lot of them. I listened to all of them, but I had to listen to a lot of them
Right.
because I'm just not like a music person overall. I listen to books all day instead of music.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Aaron, what do you got?
Uh-huh.
So breaker here, aren't I?
No,
No.
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 Actually, Born in the
Isn't it
USA
two
has
Born in the
one.
USA's and 2 Long Walks Home?
No, 3 Born in the USA's.
Oh,
Or
I thought
Thea,
Tango went.
did you?
Tango went
I
Long
said
No,
Walk
Born in
Home.
the
Tango went Born in the USA.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Um.
I said Born in the USA too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Born in the USA moves on, but what would you have said, Aaron?
I've ranked Born in the USA number 13 and Magic number 19. So that's a lot closer together than the seedings number 1 and 32.
Well, you're
Only-
smart. I should have
They're
done
only
it
a
that
few
way.
apart.
All right.
Wasn't it Born in the USA versus Long Walk Home?
Yeah. No, yeah, Long Walk
Yeah.
Home.
Did I
But
say
you said
something
the
else?
album. You
You
said
I
said
Magic.
Magic.
I looked in the wrong column. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Okay.
think Magic is the
Is
album.
the album?
Yeah, Magic's the
Yeah,
album.
yeah.
I punch in the 2 songs and it spits out the title, album, ranking, and any notes.
Yeah, and
it puts the top one on top in green and the bottom one on bottom in red.
now Philip and I rank 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. So those are our like ratings or rankings. And then what we do is just whatever the number is for that particular song, and we can always change our mind, of course. But
All right.
um,
So here's our
I
next
just-
matchup.
I rank the ones I give it a preliminary rank if I know any of the songs. And then as I listen to each song, I slide it where I think it belongs in the ranking between this song and that song.
Cool.
Yep, very efficient.
Right.
You know.
Everybody has their own system, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. So what works
So here we
best for
go.
you? Mhm.
Our next matchup: Born to Run versus Letter to You.
Okay.
And we'll start with let's start with Aaron.
I think it's going to be a pretty easy one for me
Mhm.
because Born to Run is my number 1. And what was it going against? I'm in the other part of this.
Letter to You.
Letter to You.
They're doing top to bottom. Top
Yeah,
and
Letter
bottom.
to You is my number 21.
Okay.
So definitely Born to Run.
Run.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as far as the Bruce I was familiar with, I knew every album up through The River really well and virtually nothing after it.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, I guess I'm next, and I'm going with Born to Run. I love the excellent depiction of the excess energy of youth that becomes I don't want to say murdered, but you know, uh, lessened by maturity, let's say. I did like Letter to You. I like it. I just put I like. So,
Okay.
But yeah, Born to Run. So that's 2 Born to Run,
All
honey.
right. I'm going Born to Run. That's like
Okay, 3.
that song is just iconic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get to mention Clarence in that song either. Both his baritone and alto sax are
Right.
phenomenal.
Yeah. Tango?
I'm also going to go with Born to Run.
Mhm.
That was an easy one for me. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I have to say about that.
Born to
No, I
Run.
hear
moves
Is it
on.
going to be a sweep or is it going to be a vote
Yeah.
for Letter to You?
Nope, it is not going to be a sweep at
Not
all.
going to be a sweep.
No.
Okay.
You know how you guys were commenting and saying that Born in the USA was completely played out for you?
Yeah.
That was my Born to Run.
Yeah.
Got it.
Got it. Yeah.
Born to Run. It's a great song. The lyrics are amazing. The musicianship is fantastic. Shit, goddamn, hell,
Good.
titty, fuck. Sorry, tongue twisters. So,
Did you
yeah,
end that with pity fuck?
Do what?
Musicality, anyone? Musicality?
Did you say shit, goddamn, hell, titty fuck?
Yep.
Okay, that's
Wow.
Just checking.
I
Nice.
actually,
Those are good in the
just
show
need to,
notes, by the way.
Yeah, just so y'all know, I use that one. I got that one from TJ2, the Deuce, who is one of our hosts on the Rock and Roll Heaven pod. He uses that as just a untied tongue kind of, and it really works. It really does help. So yeah,
Wow.
I use it too. So thanks TJ2, the Deuce.
Well, I don't think I've heard him say that on the pod, though.
I don't think it makes it to air.
It doesn't make it to air.
Okay.
It doesn't make it to air. But yeah, I have no filter. Very mouthy, very opinionated, a very, very broken filter. Me.
And that's why you're here. That's why you're here.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. I think Letter to You is a great song. So I'm going with that.
All right. Noted. All right. So here we go. Here's our third matchup. The River. Another very popular Bruce song versus, I know how you feel about this one already, Thea, but Murder Incorporated.
Okay.
So
and we're going to start with me this time.
Okay.
Okay. I got to go with The River. It's got kind of a mild Romeo and Juliet vibe. Why was the judge saying no, they can't get married? Are they still together? Did she die? Was there like some kind of situation? I never really got that very clear, but I did not do the lyrics on
They
this.
got married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, but the judge said, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he put it all to rest.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought
yeah,
that was referring to driving.
And
to
I
the
got
river.
married, pregnant, and man, that was all she wrote.
Okay,
For
but
my 19th birthday, I got a union card and a wedding coat. That's my Bruce.
Yep.
Okay.
okay. I kind of interpreted that as he bought the wedding coat, but the judge said no.
No, it's shotgun wedding.
Okay.
We're going to need you to sing on every one of these moving forward.
I'm great with a shotgun wedding. I would have loved it. There was a little joke going around that my dad was going to carry a shotgun around at our wedding.
Oh.
Not that Philip was in any way unwilling, and not that I was in any way pregnant. So
Sometimes I don't know where you're going.
Okay.
With this shit.
But also, the pros for Murder Incorporated just lost me.
Okay.
I didn't get it at all, and I even did the lyrics, and I was like, "What?"
Okay.
So I didn't like it. Okay, so
Who's
The
next?
River. You.
Well, I like both of these. Generally speaking, I didn't rank anything lower than like a 6.9 out of 10, which means.
And I have like 3.
Means your rankings don't do you much good.
Well,
Right.
I was able to split the hairs, though,
Yeah.
Aaron. I was able to flesh it out here, but I'm going to go with this is my first like bottom of the bracket pick. I'm going to go with Murder Incorporated, and that's all I'll say about that.
Okay.
Wait, which one's your favorite? The Murder?
Murder Incorporated. Yeah.
So we've got 1-1.
Okay.
Tango.
Yeah, I think I'm also going with the Murder Incorporated.
Okay.
No comment.
Okay. Thea.
On this one, I have to go with The River. That was my number one out of all of these songs. This was also painful because my top 5 in my top 5 is number 3 is Murder Incorporated. But the storytelling, the clear picture that's painted with the lyrics of The River, it's just beautiful. Also, there is an acoustic-ish version of it out there that is just haunting, and it's so beautiful. So, yep, mine is The River. So that's what.
To try that. So
was that 2 for The River, 2 for Murder?
The tiebreaker.
So Aaron gets the first tiebreaker of the episode.
No pressure, Aaron.
First, you're right. There's no pressure because I already have it decided. But my note for Murder Incorporated sounds like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, which is
I thought
that's
the
what
same.
Philip
That's
said.
exactly what I put down too. It's the intro, especially,
And it's my number 12. The River's my number 2. So we.
Yes. So The River wins.
So The River moves on.
You chose correctly, young Jedi. Yeah, you know what, and you're right. As a huge fangirl of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and all of the other subsidiary bands that came from it, like the Wilburys, Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs, all of it, right? Stereo Wars, which is Stan Lynch's band. I'm a big supporter of all of it because that is just a wildly talented group of people. But yeah, Murder, I can see that for sure, and that's probably why it appeals to me. But I really like it. I'm also an old school punk rock girl. So, and I know this, a lot of people don't really realize this, but there's a lot of harmonies in really good punk rock.
Mhm.
And I am a sucker for a beautiful harmonizing. And the way everybody comes together and they sing the Murder Incorporated, I love it. So,
Well, and a lot of
but
people mistook Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers for a punk band at their origins. Just because I guess the playing was kind of frenetic,
Mm.
unlike Refugee and some.
Well,
It's
they made it
fast,
big in England before they
Right.
made it over here. That's kind of
Right.
that's kind of a
They
punk
kinda
rock
just
thing too.
Yeah.
Right. You kind of journalists would size them up and say, well, they kind of look like a punk band, or whatever.
That too. So
All
the
right.
river I didn't mark here. The river moves on,
Yep. Hmm.
and that brings us to number 4 versus number 29.
Yep. And we've got Thunder Road versus Breakaway. Philip, you start. Or did you start? No, you didn't start the last one, did you?
No, I didn't. I
Okay.
hadn't
You
started.
did,
I
Lisa.
didn't think so. Hey, I'm tracking something.
Well, I like the way we're doing this
My
with some
I am the
teamwork.
eldest person on the podcast, so chill, youngin.
Yeah, I'm just
I
saying you
feel
went
it
first
old
last time.
school.
Okay, I'm just playing.
Oh yeah, long
I'm
cursive.
being the
That's
crotchety old person.
that's
It's
an
a persona.
antiquated talent there.
What?
Writing in cursive.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Me, yeah, but I also like to do my brackets old school because the whole well, that's my neurospicy ADHD riddled brain, perimenopausal middle aged brain.
Yeah.
I have to write it and do it. So
Got it.
And my postmenopausal brain, yay for uterine evacuation. Love it. I
Huzzah.
recommend it. Huzzah. I recommend uterine evacuation. Get
So
that
Thunder
moved.
Thunder Road or Breakaway, Phil?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Well, like I said, I like a lot of these songs. I like Breakaway. I like the New Jersey themes. You can hear the implicit allusions to organized crime and Jersey, Jersey Shore, things like that, the drugs, the streets and stuff like that all come through a lot of these songs, and Breakaways kind of exemplary for that. But I'm going to go with Thunder Road because I don't know, it's hooky.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of overplayed, maybe. I don't know, but that's okay. That's
And he
okay.
says it's got a kind of a hokey chorus.
Hooky.
Oh, hooky.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Hooky. So,
Hooky, not hooky.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tango?
I am also going with Thunder Road.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thea?
I'm gonna go with Breakaway. Thunder Road is again another one of those songs, much like Born to Run for me. So
Mhm.
Breakaway.
Well, it's on Born to Run, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron?
Thunder Road.
Okay.
My only note is one of the lyrics. You ain't a beauty, but hey, you're all right. Seems pretty offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Okay,
So
so
Thunder
Thunder
Road
Road
moves
moves on. And even though my vote doesn't really matter, because, it's already determined, I was going to go Thunder Road as well. Breakaway,
Okay.
So 4-1.
yeah. I thought there was a bit of in Breakaway, there was a little bit of like a little drummer boy feel. But
Mhm.
other than that, it didn't do much for me. Okay. So,
Fair.
our
No
next
Surrender versus Black Cowboys next. Is that
Actually, this is where
Yeah.
got-
Badlands and Black Cowboys.
yeah.
okay?
Where's No Surrender? Oh, is
This is
that
number
maybe the
5.
album?
So I thought we were going by.
No, we're going by I don't know.
Top and
Oh, it
bottom.
does. I put something in wrong.
there's
Oh,
It should be
okay.
Badlands.
Yeah.
That is number 5. I've got it.
we
I've
may
got my formula wrong.
you may find a couple of
Okay,
New York
Badlands
feature
versus
scenes
Black
with this
Cowboys.
ranking.
Right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So,
Black Cowboy.
and Tango, you're up.
Yes, I'm going with Badlands. That's my vote.
Okay.
Okay. Thea.
Badlands for sure.
Mhm. Okay. Aaron.
Poor man wanna be rich, rich man wanna be king, and king ain't satisfied till he rules everything. Badlands.
Okay.
Is that the only
Uh,
Darkness on the Edge of Town song on this? Might be.
I think it might be.
we don't. We've got the albums hidden. They're not
Ah.
listed on our thing because it's just about our rankings and the
Mhm.
identifiers like
Yeah,
the name of the
it's
song.
not that
Yeah.
important.
But then
Right.
some of our
Right.
guests may have that information right on the
Mm-hmm.
cusp of their tongue. So we'll take it with them.
Okay. For Badlands, my only comment is it's all right. You know, it's okay. But for Black Cowboys, I'm going to throw them a vote because I felt like it was like it felt like I was sitting on a bonfire, sitting in a watching a bonfire, and somebody who just showed up for the bonfire brought a guitar. And that was the feeling I got from that. And so it evoked happy memories. Okay. Philip?
Um, strangely enough, like when you listen to a playlist or an album, sometimes a song will imprint in your brain, and it'll be going on in your brain when you're not listening to music at all, or you're just like listening to somebody drone on or
Yeah.
something. But and that was Badlands from this for whatever reason. I didn't. But that said, even though it became an earworm, I liked Black Cowboys a lot, so I picked that. So, but it doesn't matter because Badlands moves on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
3-2.
Which is great. Okay.
Yeah.
That brings us over to, if I've typed my things in right, I'm going down versus Pink Cadillac.
Mm-hmm. Uh, is it Thea's turn to start? I lost track.
Pick someone.
Who
We
started
did
that?
that.
Okay, Thea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Thea.
Tango started the last one. Yeah.
Okay, Thea.
Okay, so yeah, I am gonna go with I'm Going Down.
Hmm.
Love that one.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta go with Pink Cadillac. Oh, not me, Aaron. Sorry.
We've
Mhm.
already
Yeah.
revealed your hand.
I've got I'm going down number 9, Pink Cadillac number 11. So this was a close one.
Okay.
And my notes for Pink Cadillac, theme from Peter Gunn, and great sax tone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That good old Clarence.
Right.
Mhm.
Got to
Okay.
got to call out the E Street Band when we can on this because
For sure.
E Street
Um,
Band.
right,
Shout out to Max Weinberg.
right. Steve Van
But
Zandt.
Is that?
Hmm.
so, like, fun fact, right? Y'all know that Bruce Springsteen had previously been initiated into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they ended up using one of the special categories to induct the E Street Band into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame separately.
Good.
Yes, and
Did not know
that
that.
says so much when
Yeah.
you think about it.
Yeah.
When
Mhm.
Oh,
your back
absolutely.
band is initiated into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame themselves without you,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
that
Right.
says everything that you need to know.
That
Yeah,
has
it's
to
like its
be
own little,
It
its
does.
own band.
Hmm.
Mhm.
distinct. That's a really rare distinction. I would imagine. Is there any other band like that other than the band? Maybe.
I don't know. I didn't look that far into it, but
Yeah,
that's really impressive.
it is.
Hmm.
All right. So it's two to
The band
one.
is a classic
Mhm.
example, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going Pink Cadillac. I really like that song. I like his version as well as some of the other versions that are out there.
Wasn't it
Um,
Aretha?
huh?
I thought it was.
Aretha does one, but it's actually
Was it Natalie
it's
Cole? Or?
no. It turns
Natalie
out
Cole
it's a
had a
different
big hit.
song. He actually wrote this version, his
No,
version.
Natalie
Okay.
Cole covered it.
So Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
she covered
But
it.
I liked the covers. I liked the original. I I'm Going Down did not, it was kind of forgettable for me. I had to listen to it literally 3 times to even like I was working while listening to the songs and I pulled it up.
Mhm.
I said, "Alexa, play I'm Going Down," and I just couldn't attend to it. Whereas Pink Cadillac, I'm singing along, I'm moving my feet, I'm bopping.
Going Down's
So
one of the
Mm.
more repetitive
right.
tracks probably of his.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
now we're 2-1.
Yep.
yeah,
Now we're
Okay.
2-1.
I
So
misspoke earlier too. I said I knew
yeah,
everything up through the river. I know everything up through Born in the USA. We had that too.
okay.
Right.
Yeah, and the other thing is Pink Cadillac evokes memories of like it was 11th grade. My dad was spending a lot of time in Louisville. My friends would come over and it was just us. My friends and I, and we would like do stuff and we would get on the bus and go places. Right up until my cousin started driving, at which point we would drive places. And just, my dad would leave blank checks and cash and we could just do whatever we wanted. The only rules were you know, don't invade the liquor cabinet
Yeah.
and you know,
Don't.
don't don't stab yourselves.
Yeah.
Well, we just
Don't look in the sock.
honestly,
Don't
we
look in
bought
the
our
sock drawer for
we
sure.
had cash. We bought our own liquor. Oh, he took the sock drawer with him. He was dating a lady in Louisville, so he would spend the whole weekend down there.
All right. So
Uh
it's 2-1. Who's
so
up?
yeah, it's 2-1. Philip.
Is it mine? Okay. I'm gonna go with Pink Cadillac too for a lot of things.
Mhm.
Lisa and I, we dined outside, grilled out, and this is something on a playlist, a short
Yeah.
playlist that we would play, and just a
Is
lot of
that
good
a,
memories with that.
is that a euphemism like Pink Cadillac might be? You
Could
dined
be
out?
dined.
No. No, we didn't
Good
Tell
dine
catch.
us about
out
the plush
on the
velvet
deck.
seats
We,
next.
we were physically out in the yard grilling meat.
Oh, I see.
Definitely,
Is
Stop
that
definitely.
a
talking about
euphemism?
grilling. You're making me
Gosh,
hungry.
Eloise.
Yeah,
This is
right.
getting worse, Aaron. This is getting worse, isn't it? Now
It
they got
is.
to add grilling
The
meat.
hole's getting deeper.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He's
All right.
I
grilling his
mean, and
meat.
if that meat happens to be like bratwurst, then we're really down the rabbit hole here.
Honestly,
True.
mostly at that point we were keto, so he was grilling a lot of. He would grill our pizzas. He makes the best freaking grilled pizza with a cauliflower crust. Oh
That
my
got you
god,
up.
so good.
Someday we'll have you all over, and I'll grill
Yeah,
for you and
Yum.
yeah,
straighten us all
yeah.
out.
And Aaron,
Okay.
the next time you come, we will grill you a vegan pizza,
Right
and
on.
it will not be burnt this
So where do we
time.
stand
As
here?
long
Two to
as it's
two.
hang on. I will be there as long as it's not during the stinky fish tree seasons.
Yeah, it's 2 to
I
2. Tango has a tiebreaker, I believe.
okay.
I might
Yep.
visit if it's
Tango,
not too
second
humid.
tiebreaker.
You're
Yay!
going
Oh,
down and Pink
Oh,
well, I
Cadillac.
gotta tell
have
you,
you?
I
What?
know both. I know both songs, and I do like. I'm going down. However, I'm going with Pink Cadillac.
All
All
right.
right.
Pink
That's it.
Cadillac moves on.
Yeah,
That's the ticket.
these were the closest ones yet for me, 9 and 11.
Copy.
You're straddling number 10.
Yep.
Well, I know that wasn't on Thea's original list, and honestly, I didn't know if it'd get to the second round, but
Yeah.
here we go. Anyway.
What? Pink Cadillac?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad it made it. Okay.
All right. So here's our next matchup. We have Atlantic City versus Devil's Arcade.
And Aaron starts us off.
All right. Atlantic City, ATL, Devil.
Oops.
And Atlantic City, number 22. Devil's Arcade, number 29. Atlantic City.
Me?
I'm next.
Oh no, that way.
Lisa. We're-
Oh, yeah, no, we're going
as I look at the screen, we seem to be going counterclockwise.
Yeah, well, it's alphabetical as well. So I'm next, and I'm gonna go Atlantic City. The lyrics are a callback to Hill Story. Um, that might be like a personal reference, and I can't right this minute. I can't remember why. And then for Devil's Arcade, I just went eh. So Atlantic City.
So
I like the
so
chorus that do your hair up pretty and meet me in Atlantic City, or was that what it was?
Yeah.
yeah,
I love that line.
I love that. I guess I'm next, right? So
Mhm.
Yeah, let's flow right
I
into
like
it.
Atlantic City also. I love the lyrics in it are just amazing from beginning to end. I like maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Um, it's like when
Baby,
you,
everything dies. No, that's a fact. Yep.
yeah.
Mhm.
If you read now, this song is the poetry in this does tend to rhyme, which is not always the case with Bruce's
Mm-mm.
poetry. When you read his lyrics, they're very they're like prose. You know,
Mhm.
it's like how is he going to make sense out of these lyrics? And but this is an example of a, I guess you would call it a more standard lyrical structure or whatever. But I really love it. It's a really great song. So I'm going to pick that over Devil's
All right.
Arcade.
So I think
Yep.
Atlantic City moves on, but we still get
Mhm.
votes from Tango
Thea?
and
Or
Thea.
yeah, Tango and Thea. So Tango.
I'm also going with Atlantic City.
Okay.
All right.
That's
And
my
will this
vote.
be our first sweep?
Well, get the broom because Atlantic City is dead.
Atlantic
Oh,
City for the win.
wait a minute.
Oh, she's got it.
I have a
I,
broom next to the cat litter.
Oh,
so I just
so,
honestly like the way that
so now
song
you
is
sprayed
opening,
cat litter
right?
on us.
The,
No. I clean it,
I'm
but
kidding.
and I actually clean
It's
it
not going
during
to
the
hit us
day. Like,
anyway. We're
no.
miles away.
Yeah,
All of us hundreds
my
of miles
nettle,
away from you.
my youngest nettle is very enthusiastic when it comes to you know,
What were you saying,
yeah,
Thea? You like the way it opens?
yeah.
well, with Atlantic City, it's like what I'm gonna butcher the lines. Like something killed the chicken man last night. It's
Mhm.
Mhm.
like that's an opening line that's like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just that song just captures me right away. And I've been doing a rewatch of the show Billions on Showtime.
Mhm.
And one thing I didn't pick up the first time I watched this series was just how appropriate and curated the musical selections were,
Mhm.
both just in sound and in conversation amongst the cast. So that I noticed that recently
Oh,
in Atlantic City was what was very heavily featured in an episode. It was just really cool.
yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I like to listen, rewatch some shows, you know.
Hmm.
Okay. So our next Hun, if you'll intro the next options cuz I'm starting it off.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, so the next matchup is Cover Me versus Your Own Worst Enemy.
And I'm going to say Your Own Worst Enemy. It's got a good poem, and I like that it references your inner saboteur. But I got to go with Cover Me. I enjoyed the movement. So Cover Me.
All right.
Philip?
I have a fatigue factor with Cover Me. So
Mhm.
I went to the bottom of the list this time, and I'm going to go with Your Own Worst Enemy.
Tango?
No competition for me. Cover me all the way.
Okay.
Boom.
Mhm. Thea?
Yep. So for me, I have to on this one. I'm just gonna go with the Aaron method here. Cover Me is number. I ranked that one number 23, and Own Worst Enemy was number 29. So we're going with Cover Me.
Okay.
All right. So Cover Me moves on.
Yep. Aaron?
Yeah, I'm going Cover Me on this one too, but I do have a note for Your Own Worst Enemy. I've
Mhm.
never heard Bruce enunciate his words so clearly before.
Yeah.
Very true.
And that enunciation factor is kind of part other than the protest
Hmm.
ideals does kind of evoke more of a Dylan feel
Yeah.
to
All right.
Well, I think
yeah
Bruce does a better job of putting the right emphasis on the right
syllable.
syllables.
Oh no, I
Than,
agree
than
completely. Yeah.
so we lost
Okay,
Thea for a second.
so uh we'll wait just a moment, see if she gets back right away or if it takes a
We can
moment.
We can mention the next songs, I guess.
Okay.
9 versus 24.
Yeah.
here?
Well, the next song starts with Tango. Or no, actually, I think you start it.
Okay.
Okay. So, No Surrender comes up against Gypsy Biker. Philip?
And I'm gonna go.
There she is.
Gypsy Biker was like finding found money or whatever on this list. I love Gypsy Biker. I love the way it's so melodic. The lyrics are so pleasing to the ear, and then it goes into a kick-ass guitar solo. I saw a video about it. I followed up with a video to see it performed live by Bruce and E Street Band and Steve Van Zandt. He uses two guitars. I can't get into the. I don't know. The difference in the guitars, but he exchanges it for the guitar solo, and it's really shreds. So I'm gonna go with Gypsy Biker.
Yeah. Tango?
I am going with Santa Claus is coming to
This is No Surrender.
No.
Gypsy Biker.
Right.
No surrender. No surrender.
Okay.
Actually, you start Santa Claus, so good luck with that. Yeah.
You can't wait for Christmas.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a Halloween person, but I like Christmas.
Me too.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is coming to town's pretty dope.
But yeah, I picked No Surrender.
Yeah.
Okay.
So No Surrender versus Gypsy Biker, Thea.
Yep, No Surrender. Gypsy Biker is a great song, but No Surrender is just one that's stuck with me since I was a child, and I just love it. So No Surrender.
Aaron?
I've got Gypsy Biker number 15, No Surrender number 27. So Gypsy
that's
Biker.
2 Gypsy Bikers and 2 No Surrenders.
All right.
And it comes to
you're
me
the
for a
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker. And I am going to go No Surrender. It's got a nostalgia factor for me, hearkening back, if you will.
Brutal.
So,
Killing me, Lisa.
No Surrender. I'm sorry, babe. I'll make it up to you later. Wink, wink, nod, nod, nudge, nudge.
Ooh,
All right. All right.
Now we
And
get to
that
Santa Claus.
store
is coming to
grilling.
town.
Spin the rest of
Story
the
really coming
podcast.
together.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So we come to Santa Claus is coming to town live at CW College over somewhere north of Nashville. And it brings us to Tango.
Well, Tango is going with Santa Claus is coming to town.
Mm.
So there you have it, folks. Merry Christmas.
Oh, on your Halloween statement, you know those giant skeletons, they're like 10 feet tall that people can buy to put in their yards. One of our neighbors has one. I was like stoked.
That thing is more than 10
They
feet
are
tall.
hard to
It's
find.
It's like
Yeah,
20
it's
feet
tall.
tall.
It's
huge.
really tall. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's taller than their house.
Wow.
And I'm like, yes.
I wonder if they're compensating for something.
Please.
They might be.
Yeah, and their
They should pick up
people
the
are
biggest
like
bones in the neighborhood.
fighting for those to buy. Yeah.
Biggest bone in the I like it.
Yeah, right. Too bad we can't get one of those. That would be hilarious. What if we get a dog for the front yard with a humorous bone in its mouth and the words, I find this humorous
Isn't
Well,
this
in
funny?
its mouth. Yeah, isn't
Like a
yeah,
cap-
something like that. Yeah.
Well, how are we going to get him to
Because
stand
Philip
there?
has that T-shirt. Oh, it's not like we're getting a fake dog,
Oh,
a
okay,
plastic
okay.
dog.
Or you could do like
It's a Halloween thing.
So
We could scatter skeletons around, and then have the dog, like we could scatter a skeleton and then have the dog with the humorous bone in its mouth.
Yeah.
So somewhere north of Nashville, or Santa Claus is coming to town, Thea.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
I got to see if I can do this justice. Hold on.
Okay.
Santa Claus is coming to town. I have to do it. It is my all-time favorite holiday song.
Yeah.
of his.
Even though, in general,
Oh.
his version of that is my favorite holiday song ever. Because it's so different. Like the only other band that ever did one that was really that rockin' to me in its own way was it the Knacks?
Mhm.
Father Christmas.
Okay.
The Kinks.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Oh, Kinks, that's it. Sorry. But I absolutely love them doing Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Even though if you watch the video, it looks like the boss is extraordinarily constipated
Yeah.
and he is in dire distress while singing it. It's
He
still
probably
amazing.
wasn't thrilled about it. But
I don't know.
yeah,
love
like
it.
you said,
Well,
it's
It's
this is
during the
first
ho
time
ho
I heard
ho's. He's
this,
cracking
and I
up during this
loved
song.
it. Loved it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
love Three
I
Animals.
love it.
Okay. Aaron, you're
Yeah.
up.
Aside from the ho ho ho's cracking Bruce up, the dope sax solo, I've got Santa Claus number 8, Nashville number 30.
All right.
Uh and I loved this, but my comment may may you may not I don't know. Vinnie Barbarino releases a Christmas album. And I loved it, but yeah, it's like it's very, and I'm not even saying Travolta-esque. It's Vinnie Barbarino
Mhm.
to me.
Ba 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 barino.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
It's so
Okay.
weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Uh, Hun?
Uh, well, I love Santa Claus is Coming to Town, but I got to honor my system and be the Grinch. I like Somewhere North of Nashville, but a fraction.
You're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah. I still love you, honey. You
Uh,
just may not.
That was the whole reason I put that one in there. Is
I
just
may not
because I love.
apologize quite so much. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
All good.
Okay.
all right. So
Okay. So Santa Claus moves on. Our next match up is
This Nebraska. Or am I too far?
yeah, no, Nebraska versus Sinaloa Cowboys.
I had a tough time without those two. So
Mhm.
I'm glad I'm not first anyway.
Yeah. Thea?
You might be the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Dee, are you frozen up?
Oh no, I'm here.
Oh,
Just thinking.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I was thinking. That was my hard thinking face. I'm surprised you couldn't smell the smoke.
okay.
So
4
Oh,
I
a.m.
have-
till 4 a.m. Remember?
so for this one, my number 12 is Nebraska. Sinaloa Cowboys is number 19. I just love the story that Nebraska tells. Not that Sinaloa Cowboys doesn't tell a beautiful story, but something about the Nebraska story just really, really resonated with me. So I had to go with Nebraska.
Yeah.
Aaron?
Yeah, Nebraska. My note for it is fucking dark, like Johnny Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say yep.
Okay. So
Philip?
Nebraska moves on.
Mm-hmm.
I had this ranked really high. It's creepy, but it's beautiful. But it tells the story of a real serial killer named Charles Starkweather,
Oh.
who basically went on a 10-day rampage with his girlfriend, or probably underage girlfriend, Carol Ann Fugate.
Starting by murdering her parents.
Oh, gee.
And yeah, so
There's a movie starring Juliette Lewis and
Natural Born
Oh, yeah.
Killers.
yeah,
Mhm.
and I think is it Woody Harrelson?
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oliver
so
Stone.
yeah,
yeah, and it ended. They did try to say that she was completely innocent in it, the two of them, but
Mhm.
nobody bought it. So she did do
Yeah.
time.
well,
In the real life, in the movie, I believe they let her walk.
yeah, she was released eventually, but he
Yeah.
was executed. But
Mm.
anyway, as
Okay.
far as murder ballads go, that's right up there with one of the best I've ever heard. But
Okay.
Mhm.
I like Sinaloa Cowboy also.
I didn't
Yeah.
care for it.
Yeah.
It bothered me. Uh,
Bothered.
but yeah, it's like meth. These people came to America, and I mean, it just the way the song seems, they came here to cook meth, as opposed to they ended up stuck in a life they didn't necessarily want.
Mhm.
So I didn't care for it. I didn't care for the characters, if you will. But Tango.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
I had already decided, even though I was perplexed.
Conflicted? Yeah.
But I chose Nebraska.
Okay.
Is that a sweep?
Sweet.
Yep.
It is.
Wait. Oh,
Alrighty then.
sorry. Where'd the broom? Oh, here we are.
Okay.
We'll include
You got to
the.
take it and dust off the plate like they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Isn't
Dust
this thing
off our plate
cool?
with it.
Yeah.
I got it off Timu. It's just a small little thing, easy to use.
All right. We're
Yes.
closing in
For
on the end of the first
enthusiastic
round here.
litter
It does
removal.
go faster in the second
Okay.
round. I'll let you guys.
Okay. Wrecking Ball versus Lost in the Flood. I believe we start with Aaron now.
Lost in the Flood. Oh, there we are.
All right. I've got Lost in the Flood, number 7. Wrecking Ball, I didn't much care for. That's number 31.
Okay. And
7 both.
so I'm next. And
Mhm.
I'm just going to say Wrecking Ball, I found it discordant. Music and lyrics, just discordant. So I am going with a semi-reluctant Lost in the Flood because I found that to be, it's just violence, suicide, and religion for me.
Yeah.
That's what I found in it.
Terrible
Honey?
trifecta.
Violence for the win.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
goddamn
violence
titty
for the
fuck or
win.
whatever.
Right.
Shit, goddamn help it, titty fuck.
There you go.
Well, I'm going to give one to Lost in the Flood. I really, really like that. I had that ranked really high.
Yeah.
And it is gloomy and dark and all the things I kind of like about Bruce.
Tango?
Yes, I am also going with Lost in the Flood.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Thea?
Yes, ma'am.
I got to go with Wrecking Ball because all of the reasons you didn't like it, Lisa, are the reasons I loved it.
Ah. But you are more of a punk fan than I am. And there is in my estimation more discordance in punk.
I did like
Yeah.
the music. I did like the musicality of Wrecking Ball, but I think
Yeah.
I like the lyrics will touch more on the Lost in the Flood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So Lost in the Flood moves on. Okay. And the next matchup goes to My City of Ruins, facing off with Long Time Coming. And I believe I'm up. And I am going to go with Long Time Coming. There's nostalgia. I did like the call and responds in My City of Ruin, the kind of effect and the energy pickup, but Long Time Coming just has a nostalgia factor for me.
Okay.
Hun?
Yeah, long time coming. I liked they had great backup vocals, great drumming in that. But My City of Ruins kind of reminded me a little bit. It sounded a little bit like, you can't say this about a lot of Bruce songs. They're so distinct. The band we
Mhm.
talked about, it's so large. There's a lot of instruments going at the same time with the E Street Band, so they don't sound like other bands very much, which is easy to fall into. But I felt like this sounded a little bit. My City of Ruins sounded a little bit like the band, the organ that opens it up. So I'm going to go with My City of Ruins.
Okay, so that's 1-1. Tango?
I think I missed. I think I wrote something wrong.
Uh,
What are we?
My City of Ruins versus Long Time Coming.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was all right. I was on target. My
Just
bad.
looking at the wrong bracket.
That's okay.
I'm looking at the wrong line item. Anyway,
Yeah.
I picked A Long Time Coming.
Okay.
Right on.
Thea?
Yeah, and for me, I went with Long Time Coming as well.
Okay.
So Long Time Coming is moving on, but Aaron, what would you have chosen?
Yeah, Long Time Coming, 17. My City of Ruins, I had ranked last, number 32.
Wow. Okay.
My note for Long Time Coming, I don't really say that Bruce sounds like Dylan, but in this case, it's a shameless Bob Dylan impression on vocals, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay. Philip, you're up with Streets of Fire versus Turn Back the Hands of Time.
Yeah, when crazy. Relatively speaking, it's still a good song, but I put down Disco Bruce, danceable. Turn Back the Hands of Time. So by default, I'm going to go with Streets of Fire.
Yeah. Turn Back the Hands of Time's a cover, actually.
Is it?
I'm going to interject here that Philip is the prototypical white guy dancer.
Yes. I don't
Yeah,
I don't.
it's not good.
I-
There are tongues involved.
There's
It's
tongues
really,
involved in his dancing?
yeah.
I gotta-
Now when we
Again,
do like train
the
dancing,
story
like
becomes clearer.
the
yeah,
story.
he's like, this is him.
Well, you got to get your hands involved in your dancing. You know,
So-
you can't.
So
Yeah.
now I really, well, the tongue part was what threw me. And since we started this whole
Mhm,
euphemism as a
We're back on the pink
dining
Cadillac. Yeah.
side,
mhm.
yeah,
Well,
the story is coming clear.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, and he is occasionally on accident on beat. But this is just like,
Do what?
if
I'm
you
on
throw
that.
him on the dance floor and you're kind of doing freeform dancing.
Well, occasionally, yeah, you'll hit the beat.
Yeah, every once in a while he'll hit the beat.
Mm.
But and I mean when we do things like swing dancing, that kind of stuff, structured dancing, he's great.
Well, I'll say this:
Okay.
Lisa was
Uh-huh.
is an amazing dancer.
Thank you, honey.
She is light on her feet. When we
I
met,
love to dance. Let's go.
she,
Yeah. Okay.
we worked third shift together, and no music or anything. She'd come in, whatever's going on in her brain, she'd
Yeah.
be twirling, and
Yeah.
you did the
Yeah,
splits
but
and shit.
to be
it's like,
fair, when we met, I could still do cartwheels in the splits,
right?
and quite a few yoga poses.
So I'm not going to slam your dancing the way you're slamming
you.
mine.
Honey, I love you, but
Yeah.
dancing is not one of if you and you have a lot of amazing qualities. Dancing is not one of them.
Got it.
Okay, just like singing is not one of my qualities, in spite of the fact that I enjoy the hell out of karaoke.
Where are we at here? by
I
the
do
way?
actually warn the audience.
We're
Fire.
Streets of
Hands
Fire
of
versus
Time.
Turn
Oh,
Back the Hands
yeah,
of Time.
and you went with Streets of Fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have
So-
any good qualities. I'm
I
just
know.
good at dancing.
Yeah, great.
Well, that's,
Actually,
I see good qualities with you.
That's-
You're a fun to talk to.
She-
You've got great humor. You got good timing, which you can't be trained for good timing.
good decor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tango and I
Thanks,
worked
guys.
together back in the early 90s. And when she
Mhm.
introduced herself to me, she introduced herself as a hip hop dancer.
You hold
Love it.
that up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
never gonna live that one down.
Hey,
Nothing wrong with being a hip hop.
nothing
dancer,
wrong
by
with
the way.
being a hip hop dancer.
you like a fly girl?
To
or
be-
something?
I
Yeah,
do it
exactly
all.
like a fly
Yeah.
girl. That was her goal, I think, in life.
Okay.
I really wanted to be a dancer when I was young,
Nice.
super young.
Carry it off.
Yeah, she was like 19.
Yeah, I just enjoyed dancing. I never had goals.
All right. So
I
Uh,
still don't have goals. Go on.
Yeah, and, the only dance classes I took were when I was 5, and the dance teacher was fired because she hit a kid.
I think we're
So
on Tango's
it
pick.
just that
actually.
ended my dance career.
Aren't we?
Okay.
It wasn't you?
Oh,
She hit another kid?
yeah, no,
Tango
she hit another kid. It was not me. It was a boy.
So
Mhm.
did Tango choose Streets of Fire or Turn Back the Hands of Time?
I don't think so,
Hmm.
but we'll let her choose anyway.
Oh, I'm definitely going with Turn Back the Hands of Time.
So that's 1-1. Thea?
Even though I have never been able to do the splits, and I've never had even a micro drop of rhythm in my life, I'm going to go with Streets of Fire.
Mhm.
Okay.
These are
Aaron?
close
Within
ones
your
for
rights
me.
to do that.
Mhm.
These are
What'd you
14
say?
and 16.
Ooh,
Which one's
which one did you
14?
pick?
Streets of Fire.
Okay. So Streets of
Yes.
Fire is moving on. And
It is
I'm-
another
I'm
Darkness
going-
on the Edge of Town song.
yeah, I'm going Streets of Fire as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Philip found it disco-ish. I just found it kind of slow. So I don't know.
Hands of Time.
Maybe I was listening to the wrong version.
Yeah. It might predate disco, that song.
Mhm.
Well,
You
it foreshadowed
started
it,
that
I
one,
thought.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
You can look, but you better not touch over Moonlight Motel.
Who's up?
And that's
And Tango.
me. Oh,
That's me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with you can look, but you better not touch.
hmm
Hands
Mess
off.
around, you'll end up in Dutch, boy.
Fair warning.
Boom.
Okay. Thea.
Oh,
mm, I'm gonna go with you can look, but you better not touch for sure. I really like that one.
Yeah. Aaron.
This one's a surprise for me. They're number 6 and 10. I went Moonlight Motel.
Okay. Okay. We come to me, and these were really close for me. I mean, Moonlight Motel involves a lost love,
Mhm.
and I enjoyed. I liked the like, I guess, prosiness of it. But you can't look. You can look, but not touch. The music, kind of. I like that better. Although I did find his kind of fake twang off-putting from that song. So you can look, but you better not touch. Moves on. Hun, what
sounds
would
like a
you?
Christmas song almost. You better not hide. Anyway,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Better not touch.
maybe not. Perhaps not.
Mhm.
Um,
No, no. I
No,
think
it applies to
I hear
Santa.
what you
Behave,
say.
Santa.
Yeah. hmm Okay. We only have 3
well,
left.
I
How'd that work
I
out?
selected
Oh, we haven't
Moonlight
deleted.
Motel just for
Okay.
the record, but it doesn't
Okay.
matter what I think. So
Okay.
there you go.
Okay. So the last matchup goes to Thea,
All right.
and it's You're Missing over Youngstown.
It's not the last matchup.
Last
Oh.
matchup of the first round.
Oh yeah, the
The
last
first
matchup. I'm
round is
sorry, the
over.
last
How-
matchup of the first round.
Yeah.
Roll
I
eyes.
have got
Roll
to
eyes.
go with.
Mhm. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
Thea.
go with your missing.
Okay.
Hmm.
Aaron.
It's You're Missing, and what was the second song?
Youngstown.
Youngstown.
You're Missing number 20, Youngstown number 26. You're Missing, I had questions. Is she
Yeah.
dead or did she abandon them?
They just break
Um,
up.
Yeah,
like the
I
vocals.
agree.
I did
I
like the
agree.
Gods Drifting in Heaven, Devils in the Mailbox line.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The lamentation of it.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
the
you said, I like the mystery.
lyric in the other one. Once I
Yeah.
made you rich enough to forget my name.
Yeah.
But
All right.
Um,
yeah,
I
You're
guess
Missing.
his mom passed away last year at the age of 98.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
wow.
Oh.
It's a good
Aw.
run.
Wow.
Mhm.
Well, that gives us hope to have Bruce around for quite a few more years. I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
Mhm.
If I may
Uh-huh.
continue on that little tiny note, since I brought it, Adele Springsteen was known for her musical influence on Bruce, her work as a legal secretary, and her presence in his concert audience as a dance partner. She
Oh
had
wow.
been battling Alzheimer's disease for over a decade.
Wait a
Oh,
minute. His mom's Courtney Cox.
sad.
Too
Oh,
soon, too soon.
I'm not sure she's not already battling. No, just kidding.
So it was a tribute to her.
Little
Yeah.
Dancing in the Dark joke.
Mhm.
Isn't that something? It seems like a lot of great musicians had a heavy female influence, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Lennon. You know.
Elton John.
Yeah.
John Fishman.
Yeah.
I also have a note for the Courtney Cox comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
About De Palma had asked the rocker to pull out a young lady from the crowd to dance with him on stage, and Springsteen just assumed she was a fan. So
Uh-huh.
he leaned in afterwards. However, that Cox was,
Mhm.
or he learned afterwards that Cox was an actress who was chosen from a
Mm.
casting call. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stars
Because I
Born.
mean, for a long time, the fiction that she was just pulled from the crowd was
right.
Yeah.
was
Well,
out
he thought
there.
she was a fan, but yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
She
see that-
actually toured with him and got pulled out of the crowd every night.
I think
Oh,
I
yeah?
read that somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, I
My
had not known
neighbor
that.
Dwight, when I was growing up, he's still to this day probably the biggest Bruce Springsteen fan I've ever met. And he was following Bruce he went from like Philadelphia to Detroit,
Hmm.
and then came home, and he's like, yeah, every night same girl came up on stage, did that dance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we've been talking a lot about
Was
dancing.
she prepped for the dance? Do you think?
Not much of a dance. You just do this.
I know, but I mean, was she told this is what you do?
Well, okay, so we've been talking about dancing a lot, right? And
and this
so
song's not even in the bracket. Curiously, it makes it funny that we brought
Not yet.
it up.
It might be in the second part.
Did we settle your missing versus
wait a minute.
Youngstown?
The dancing from this,
Not yet. No.
The dancing from Dancing in the Dark was the inspiration for the guy from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And
Will Smith?
No,
the other guy, Carlton.
No,
Carlton.
The Carlton.
Carlton.
Yeah.
I
Dance, you're right.
I sent you guys a clip, and by the way, Bruce admits he can't dance either. By the way,
Right,
so.
right. Yeah, I mean, that's.
But
I've noted that.
But yeah, I mean, that was the back and forth, like and so it's an Carlton's dance is an exaggeration of that dance from.
But let's just add this little note in there just for LD from the Rock and Roll Heaven Pod. One of her absolute favorite artists in this entire world wrote a song called "I Can't Dance." Phil Collins.
That's right.
And that was very tongue in cheek and very launched.
She has a special place in her somewhere for
her
Phil Collins.
Yeah,
in her poop shoot.
Yeah, right. Oh.
Nice. I get a little bit nervous. I'm like, well, maybe she just don't like the name Phil. Maybe because she won't play. She will not say what the issue is with Phil. But I wouldn't be surprised.
She was signed with Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
He was with Phil. That's Phil. Why not?
Thea, you went. You're sad.
Vote?
No,
we're
not
still
yet.
in it.
We're like 1-1.
We're on the last one, I think.
Right, the last one of the first round.
All right, Lisa, your pick.
Thea, you're sad. Aaron, what was your vote again?
It's 1-1.
Oh, 1-1. Okay.
Yeah. And it's your pick.
My vote was You're Missing.
And the reason why I said sad is because my comment on my choice was sad, and I chose You're Missing.
All right, so that's 3.
Philip?
So it moves on.
Yeah, I love. It does move on because it's 1-1. It was 2-0. Now it's 3-0. Now it's
Thea,
4-0.
What's your choice on that?
Thea already picked.
Yeah, it's Tango now.
Oh, okay.
We missed the road sign somewhere way back there.
Yeah, I lost it.
Okay. What we call squirreling.
Left turn, Clyde.
We're squirreling big time now.
Oh, we have a squirrel that visits our bird.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So my vote.
And a bunny.
Go ahead, Tango.
We get a bunny.
Lay it out. Lay it on us, Tango.
Okay.
Before we end, I'm going to go and get something real quick, and then I'll show it after Tango's vote.
Okay. All right.
I'm definitely going with You're Missing. I thought it was beautiful. It was touching. It gave me chills, and I definitely will pick that one.
All right. So it's a sweep, I believe.
And I do want to say that I remembered that Thea had voted. I was just getting your names mixed up. So I do apologize.
Oh, you meant to do that. Okay.
TNT.
No, I didn't mean to do it.
All right, so
I hardly ever mean to do much of anything.
That's the end of the first round, and just while we're waiting for the, I agree with you, Tango. I love that. The thing I loved about You're Missing, it kind of reminded me of another song, and I took it to mean that like a couple was still living together, but the love was gone. Like they're not together anymore.
That's what I thought until I watched the video.
Okay, so
and I'm going to say that in no way represents us.
Right. I'm not. Although
I couldn't resist.
You do want to attend that wedding. I did hear you wanted to attend that wedding in a couple of weeks because you want to catch the bouquet. That's what I did.
Okay, he said that, and the wedding isn't until October 4th. So I've got time to maybe even lose 5-10 more pounds.
What do we have? Born in the USA versus Badlands to kick off round 2.
Hold on.
Thea had something
let
to
me
present.
Let me sort mine. Thea does.
Okay, can I have a quick question?
Yeah.
Because I know you guys keep saying that's the end of round 1, but I thought we were only doing this list today.
We are.
Right.
We're not done with the list.
But the ones that have won, we're going to go through those.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Again.
Process of elimination. Forgot that.
We're down to the Elite 8, I believe, now.
Yeah.
And I think Thea said she had something to share.
Yeah.
So,
okay, Thea.
Lisa, you have the official prop for when we have a sweep, right?
Yes.
Okay. I have the official prop for squirreling.
There we go.
I
Is
don't
that
know if you guys
nuts?
see
Yeah.
it. Hang
Oh,
on.
yeah, I
Let me
see
Oh,
that.
I see it now. Okay.
hold on. It's an
Wow.
actual squirrel.
Is it a taxidermy thing?
Yes.
Okay.
All
Cool.
right. That's
All
not
right.
that's not creepy at all. Yeah.
I will get a picture of it. I'm going to get a clear picture of it for you so you can use it as needed for imagery in the podcast. I mean, you could always
Yeah.
Yeah.
his name is Roscoe P. S. Squirrel.
Okay.
Oh, I
My
love that.
I want to do a shout out to my girl Rachel Darby and her business Beardsley and the Black Sheep. They specialize in unusual collectibles, oddities, um, specialize in taxidermy, things like that, ossuary stuff, um, and also printing, design, those things. Fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic artist, and she is who I source my taxidermy from.
All right.
And
But
the story behind Roscoe P. Esquirrel is she did find him as roadkill. She was able to salvage the first quarter of him, and she made this lovely diorama. And this became mine. So
okay.
I'll get good
I think
pictures of him. You can use them.
Cute.
I think the odds on
So
Nebraska winning this thing just went up a little bit.
when you say
Yeah.
I get my taxidermy there, how much taxidermy do you have?
Um, do you consider insects part of taxidermy?
What
Something's
state
popping.
do you live in?
Let's just say no.
Colorado.
Okay. So as for actual animals that have been taxidermied, I have 2 ducklings. One of them is dressed up like a punk rocker. The other one, he's a brownish gray duckling, and he doesn't have any clothing on. But I do intend to dress him up as a like nerdy kind of professor with the leather elbow on the
Oh,
jacket.
cool.
Ooh, a little pocket thing and some glasses.
Yes. But
Yeah.
like my punk rock duck, her name is Sheena, is a punk rocker.
Mhm.
And then I'm
Yeah.
gonna I still have to work on Clarence, which is what I named the gray duckling. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of taxidermied animals, non-insect variety.
Yeah.
All right.
I did as a child.
Now I'm going to echo
Our
Phil
first
with
dog
that's not
was
creepy at
Clarence.
all.
Oh, yeah. My childhood dog was Clarence, but we spelled it Clearance because we got him for free.
So that
So
was
he was
Clarence.
on Clearance.
that was
Clarence was on
obviously
Clearance.
you named him after the saxophonist for East Street Band, I imagine.
Okay.
Name him
Sure.
after the
Yeah.
joke in Airplane.
It wasn't.
Clearance.
It
Roger,
wasn't
Roger.
after
Over,
us.
over.
It
We have
wasn't
clearance,
after a
Clarence.
sign I saw on a store as we were driving home from picking him up at all.
All right.
It was after some guy I'd never heard of.
So
All right,
who
here we
kicks
go.
off this round?
Right. Okay. So
Okay.
just to explain, because
Uh-huh.
Tango seemed to have, wonder, and
Yeah.
this is the second round. Typically, this
Yeah,
goes
we're
pretty fast
we're
because we've
down
already
from 32
made our
to
comments about the songs and stuff. So
Okay.
Right.
here we
So
go.
we're going to start this one with Aaron. We're just going to start at the beginning alphabetically because round 1 we started reverse. So Aaron.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's Badlands versus Born in the USA.
No,
we got
Born in the USA versus Long Time Coming is the order that Philip put it in.
Oh,
So that's
then
what we're going with. He put it in
then my
order
bracket's
by
not going to work anymore from here out. But
Okay.
long time
We
coming.
got it
This
handled.
is
'Cause
actually it should be lost in the flood.
remember, we're still going
know?
on the popularity from the podcast, even though the matchups
Oh.
now go
Oh,
to
okay.
it remains the most downloaded versus the least downloaded.
Oh, you
Okay.
reseed every time.
Yes, I
Yeah.
That
received.
sucks. Then your
reseeded.
bracket doesn't look
Sorry.
like a bracket.
Sorry.
Well, do you? Okay.
Hey,
I'm not
totally-
looking at anything, so hit me.
Yeah. So I've got Born in the USA 13, Devils and Dust 17. So Born in the USA.
okay.
Yeah, we've already commented on all the songs, so it should go faster from here out.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you manage the bracket from here on, Aaron. Okay.
Oh no, I'm a different bracket now. I don't know the matchups anymore, so you manage from there.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So Born in the USA over Long Time Coming. I got to go with Long Time Coming. I still found Born in the USA overdone and a little bit repetitive. Okay. Philip?
I'm going to go with. I've been thrown for a loop by Aaron's.
By my bracket.
By your bracket.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but I'm going to go with Born in the USA.
Okay. Thea? I'm
Born in
Tango.
the
Sorry.
USA. Oh,
Okay. No. Tango.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Born in the USA.
Okay, so Born in the USA moves on.
Is it a sweep?
No.
No, you want long time.
Put the broom
Yes,
away.
right. Okay.
She was the one that broke the sweep, actually.
Yep. Okay. Born to Run. Oh, sorry, hun. He's doing something. Okay. Born to Run versus Lost in the Flood.
Whose turn is it?
Me.
Lisa's.
Okay. Born to Run. I like the youthful energy of it. Philip?
Lost in the Flood. Yeah, it's going to have to be Born to Run, even though I really like Lost in the Flood.
Okay. Tango?
I'm also going with Born to Run.
Okay. Thea?
Born
Thea's
to
gonna
Run.
go in the flood. Oh no.
Aaron?
Yeah, Born to Run was my number 1. Lost in the Flood, number 7.
Right. First sweep of round 2. All right. It is a coincidence that broom was there, actually. So
All right, what's our next matchup?
that's fun. You start up the next matchup, and it is the river versus You're Missing.
The river versus you.
I'm going with You're Missing.
Okay. Tango?
Definitely You're Missing.
Thea?
The river.
Okay. Aaron?
The River, number 2. You're Missing, number 20.
Okay. Well, it looks like the river moves on.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hey.
Yay. Okay. Next match up is Tango, and it is Thunder Road versus You Can't Look. Or you can look, but not
Can't
touch.
touch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Thunder Road.
Okay. Tango? Or Thea. Sorry.
Thunder Road.
Okay. So it's darn tease. Aaron?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, well,
I'm going to go yep too. Philip?
yep.
Okay. So second sweep of round 2.
All right.
Sorry, hun.
It's all good.
I almost swept Philip's face. Okay.
I know where that thing's
and-
been.
If you always reseed highest versus lowest, you're more likely to get.
I know. Dude, look, okay.
That's
This is
okay.
fucked up, but I can edit it
That's
out.
okay,
You
that's
want to
okay.
go with the way you had it?
I don't
Because the way
want to
you
change
had it-
anything.
right.
Okay.
I'm just
not-
curious how many
And-
sweeps we get.
You know, if we
Okay.
do future brackets like this, or when we do future brackets like this, maybe we can try a different method.
The
Aaron
correct-
can,
You mean the correct
know,
method?
okay. I don't think there's any
You
real
mean my
right or
way.
wrong.
Well,
Yeah,
if
right.
we call it a bracket.
Yeah,
So
Aaron's
to
way
do
or
a
the
bracket, you
highway.
should be able to fill it out all the way to the end. But
yeah.
if you're
Right.
reseeding, you don't know.
We're reseeding
right.
each round here, and that's
Right, right.
what's creating these.
That's what makes. Yeah,
Question.
it's still
Squash
a valid competition, but now I just can't keep the bracket.
Yeah.
Right.
maintained.
Okay.
I think Tango starts.
That's
the
what I was
next
looking
one.
for. I was looking for you to say that it was a
Okay.
valid.
Or did you just
competition.
start the last one? All this crosstalk has
That makes me feel a lot better.
confused me
it's
again.
perfectly valid competition.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay, we're just gonna let Tango start. Badlands versus Streets of Fire.
Versus, I'm gonna go with Badlands.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. Thea,
Yep.
Aaron,
Yep.
I'm
And the
throwing
Battle
one.
of Darkness on the Edge of Town songs.
I'm throwing one to Streets of Fire. Philip.
Well, Badlands moving on.
Mhm.
I'm going with Badlands too.
Okay.
But we are
Okay.
getting some squash matches here.
Yeah. Thea, you're starting, and it's Atlantic City versus Nebraska.
Ooh.
City to city matchup. Who's
City
gonna
versus state.
win?
That's funny. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, there is a Nebraska City, but yeah.
Okay.
And
Uh,
I
Take your word for
love
it.
murder ballads. I love murder ballads. So it's like both of these songs have like the content there and everything. Um,
Mhm.
that chorus in Atlantic City wins me over every time. So I'm going with Atlantic City.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Aaron?
Aaron.
I've got Nebraska 18, Atlantic City 22. So they're
Okay.
pretty close.
Mhm.
Lise?
Okay. I gotta go Atlantic City too, like you said. Mhm. Phil,
Nebraska.
2-2. Tango,
Ne-
you're a
Got the Tango
Nebraska.
tiebreak.
tiebreaker.
Nebraska.
Oh.
Nebraska.
Nebraska moves
Okay.
on. That was a pretty good battle
Mhm.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Best matchup
Okay.
of the second round so far.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Aaron, Cover Me versus Santa Claus.
Woohoo!
Santa's 5, Cover Me.
Santa Claus is
No,
coming.
Cover Me's 5, Santa's 8. Shit. How did I do
Okay.
that?
Reverse.
You
Surprise
you
yourself.
can disagree with your own rankings if you want to.
Yeah, right.
Someone else
Jinx
did.
mine.
You're
You
in
don't have to
charge.
stick to the system. You're allowed to deviate.
Right.
Yep.
That is true.
I'm sure
Nobody
Santa's
knows
going to
what
move
you
on
got
anyway.
to do.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Yeah. Santa Claus is coming to town. Phil.
So that's 2 for Santa so far.
Well, no, I've
No.
stuck with my rank.
Right.
Cover Me.
Yeah.
But
So
I
I'm
expect to lose
Santa.
4-1, and it should have been a sweep.
Yeah. Philip.
Yeah, I'm going with Santa.
Okay. Tango.
Cover Me.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Oh wow.
so
2-2.
2-2.
Thea,
It's down to
tiebreaker.
Thea.
Better not shout. You better.
Uh-oh. She does
Yep.
love that song.
Santa's
better
moving
not
on.
shout. I'm
Philip
telling you.
actually had already
what.
moved
Oh, poor Cover Me.
Okay.
Cover Me is a great
Um,
song. Why'd you have to
last
match it
match-
up with that?
I know, right?
Deeper rounds, it gets tougher, yeah.
Woo.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be easy.
Excuse me. I start up the last matchup of round 2, and I got to go with Pink Cadillac over No Surrender.
No
So Pink
surrender.
Cadillac. Philip.
Oh, I hate to do it. I'm going to go with Pink Cadillac.
Okay. Tango.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, that's funny that you said that. Do you know that I actually made up lyrics to that tune?
No.
Jeopardy.
You,
Lay 'em
you
on
want to
us.
hear them?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
It's the type of entertainment we need here.
Mhm.
I don't have a fucking clue. I don't have a fucking clue. I don't have a fucking clue. I don't have a fucking clue.
Clue.
Ooh.
Boom.
You know what?
Wow.
It's catchy.
Yeah, it's catchy, and I'm gonna give you high scores for easy to remember.
Right.
Yeah. But what if you know the
Totally.
answer?
Mm.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I can
I
actually
know this
usually
shit. That's the
Yeah.
truth.
I usually can score pretty high in round 1. Then round 2 comes up, and I'd say I'm maybe like 50%, if that.
I'm really good at useless trivia and
Mhm.
not so useless trivia. I'm good at trivia, but
I'm good
I-
at trivia,
I'm
but
telling
haven't watched Jeopardy in years.
I like trivia.
when I get a final Jeopardy right, it's like circle that day in gold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, never.
Yeah,
I mean,
no. Well, the final Jeopardy is always kind of a toss up. Sometimes I'm right there, no problem. Other times I'm like, screw it. And I look it up on my cell phone because I want to know.
I'll
I
never
auditioned
unhear
for that
now.
show. It's
I'll
very
never-
hard.
I'll never
You
forget
audition?
one day my dad's yelling at the screen after
Mhm.
during the final Jeopardy. He's going, Florence Nightingale,
Mhm.
Florence Nightingale, and someone
Was he
guessed
right?
Florence Nightingale, and Alex said, "No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The answer is Clara Barton."
Mm. A lot of people forget about Clara Barton because Florence Nightingale got more. I don't know if it's street cred or publicity. You know.
Well, he would have been
I
wrong
don't even remember the
regardless
question.
because he didn't
Yeah.
answer in the form of a question.
Yeah,
I know we're squirreling right now, but I just
we
need
still
to
are.
take this opportunity to point out
Roscoe.
the best Final Jeopardy answer ever. This is going to date me, but does everybody remember this fantastic little sitcom that started in the 80s called Cheers?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
We're all like
Cliff ends up
56 and above. Oh, except
Yeah.
Tango's less.
Right.
Cliff
right.
ends up on Jeopardy.
We're all in our
Oh,
50s.
really? Wow! I forgot. I
She's
didn't
trying to
remember
finish
that
her-
episode.
Yep. And then in Final Jeopardy, I don't remember the question, but his answer was, "Who are two people that have never been in my kitchen?"
Which technically is probably a correct answer, but not.
And what was the
correct
answer?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Mm.
Loretta
But-
Swit just passed, by the way.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know.
That was a bummer.
Rest
That's
in
bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of impressive how many members of the cast of MASH made it to like 80 and above.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah.
Did
Is
we
80
figure
impressive?
out who wins?
No.
Oh, was it No
No,
Surrender?
no,
or
we're at 2-0.
No,
Pink
no, we're at
Cadillac's at
Tango.
Pink
We
Cadillac.
started swirling at
Pink
Tango.
Cadillac.
Okay.
All right.
Thea?
Pink Cadillac moves on.
Yeah.
What you
Thea,
got
what's
there?
No
your
Surrender. No Surrender.
Okay. Aaron? I think Aaron's froze.
Oh, well, he's not at that Starlink,
okay.
so maybe.
Did I freeze again?
Hmm.
Pink Cadillac.
Well,
There you are. Yep.
Yeah. hmm
Ugh.
Okay. Good.
Okay, so
So
Pink
we've got
Cadillac.
1 to 4
That's
on
the
that
end
one.
of the second round.
Yep.
So we
Ooh.
fulfilled our promise
Yep.
that would go fast.
Yep.
Wow.
Now we're at round 3.
Final four.
These always kind of do that. It's like an hour and a half to get to round 2, and then round 2 goes pretty quick.
We're doing
So
well.
this is round 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And Philip is
um,
whatevering the who's he what's us.
Re-ranking.
Recalculating. Recalculating.
Since we went on,
Okay.
we went in that direction from the outset.
Yeah,
so we
gotta
gotta
finish that.
carry it through. So.
Yeah.
But we'll reconvene and
Okay.
look at that after.
Okay, this time
sir.
we're gonna round 3. We're gonna start with Thea. Okay.
Okay.
Born in the USA versus Nebraska. I know, right? This is where it gets a little more
Right. Need that Jeopardy music.
especially if you haven't pre-ranked.
Do, 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 do.
I love both of these songs so much, but
Mhm.
that inner punk rock rebel is going with Born in the USA.
Okay. Aaron?
Yep.
Oh, no. Yeah, Aaron. Okay. I've got to go with Nebraska over Born in the USA.
All right,
Philip?
2-1.
Man, this is the right time for Born in the USA. It's really, with everything that's going on. And I'm glad we've done a good job of kind of keeping this apolitical as much as we can. And in that spirit, I just love Nebraska as a song that much more. So I'm going to go with Nebraska.
Okay. Thea?
I
Tango.
started it.
That's
Oh,
Tango.
I'm sorry,
Tango's got it.
Tango. I have
Tiebreaker.
got to get. Maybe we should move the pictures or something.
No, I think
I don't know.
it's perfect right now. It's going like a snake draft.
Go.
Okay.
It's just one of the less familiar songs, but I'm gonna go with Born in the USA.
Okay.
All right.
I meant Nebraska for me was one of the
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
You got the point.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Nebraska moved on. Did
No,
No,
Born in the
no.
USA.
Tango.
Oh,
Pick-
okay.
I picked
Never
Born.
mind.
USA.
Never mind.
I don't hate it. I'm glad you took it out of my hands because
Okay.
Well, it'll
Tango,
be
we're
back.
going reverse on this round. So Tango,
Oh,
you're going to start Born to Run or
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
oh man.
Mhm.
We're in the final four. You got to expect
I
tough.
just want to make a comment that I threw Santa Claus is Coming to Town in as I made this list. I came up with this idea and I presented it to Phil.
Mhm.
And he said that I could put the list together and pick the songs.
Absolutely.
And I said, by God, I am picking Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And it makes me so happy that it's made this
Yeah.
far.
Well, it's a contender.
I'm voting for it to win.
It's right there.
So, you know.
You can see the finish
Mhm.
line right now.
Okay.
I mean,
So, Tango?
I hate to ruin a good thing. I'm going to go with Santa Claus.
Mhm. You are not running anything.
All right.
Okay. Philip?
Santa Claus versus Born to Run.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about
Oh.
the constipation he's living with while singing that.
That's right.
I mean,
Poor
you have to
I-
feel.
We
For
spend a
him.
lot of time thinking about his constipation.
I'm just
Not
saying.
mine. Bruce. She's talking about.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Come on now. Come on.
Mhm.
I mean, and the
Um,
fact that he was brave enough to put those horrible, painful feelings that we've all experienced at one time or another in our lives
Mhm.
to video for the world to see his struggle.
Still talking about Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
A Christmas Carol.
I was on the fence, but now I'm going to go. I'm going to have to go with Born to Run. I have a feeling that
Mhm.
Santa Claus is going to prevail, but I did have it ranked. I had Born to Run ranked higher, so I got to be true to my list.
You moved it to the winners column already.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know. Santa Claus.
Okay.
All right.
Aaron?
Born to Run #1, Santa Claus #8.
Okay. Thea?
Hang on just a second. I'm having an audio issue
Okay.
real quick. One moment.
So
Okay.
it's 2-2
Please
right
hold.
now, right?
Yes.
Please hold.
Yep.
You're a
Please.
tiebreaker.
How could she be? We know what she's going to pick.
I think she's frozen.
She's having some.
Yeah, she said she's having audio difficulties. Please hold.
Oh man, this is like when
Please hold.
the episode of Starsky and Hutch is, and they're
what's
like
that,
chasing the guy down the street, and they got
somebody
their guns
do
drawn and
somebody
shit.
do horrible hold
And then it says
music.
tune in next week.
Oh,
She's back.
Somebody do some like
Oh, okay.
annoying, horrible hold. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
I was gonna
I'm
say
here,
we
but
were
I
gonna
still
do
can't
hold
hear you
music.
guys. Hold on.
Okay.
Huh.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We hear you.
hear you. Okay. Yeah, she's not looking. Anybody want to do horrible
What is
hold
Whoa.
that?
Oh my.
What the?
What?
Whoa. I caught that.
That's
What?
pretty antisocial.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's for a different show.
Yeah, it's a big pink toy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
We
Thea.
the big pink toy is
Hit it again.
featured in many via podcasts. So you know.
That's my first experience with it. That's
Yeah.
We are familiar with it. Mhm.
Looks like the taxidermy is not the only business she
it's
Hopefully that is not taxidermy.
getting up to some late.
Although there is there's a group of ladies, they work in I don't know if they're current, but what they did was during their heyday they went around making plaster casts of rock stars, and there is a museum in
Yeah.
Vegas where you can see their work.
All right,
Oh,
Thea, are you
Adding
back?
on to that, Tiz
Uh-huh.
wrote a song about them called Plaster Caster.
Yep. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was about them.
Yep.
Cool.
So where were we at? How many does Born to Run
Well,
have? And how
We
many?
did not go to that museum while
You've-
we were in
you're the
Vegas. I
tiebreak.
wanted to,
You're the
but we
tiebreaker
just-
between Born to Run and Santa.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus H. Roosevelt Christ. Definitely Santa Claus.
I
Yeah.
told
Not
you.
so.
Told
Mhm.
Yeah, because she's
Yep.
Born to Run's the one she's burnt out on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
and she loves
Yeah.
Santa.
I'm a little bit born. Oh no, I really liked Born to Run. It just Santa, you know.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
We're down to.
Okay, so
Can I make a quick
next,
comment on
Yeah,
your pink
absolutely.
friend over there? It's like a skinny
Uh-huh.
Patrick. And I had to look it up, but I guess when Patrick's out of town, SpongeBob gets lonely, so he blows a bubble.
Mhm.
Looks like that.
Hmm.
Anyway, moving on.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
Skinny Patrick.
Yep.
Skinny Patrick. That,
Okay.
Lisa said that was not. I think you missed it, Thea. She
It was a
wondered if that
bubble.
was the taxidermy.
No, it was it. Yeah, I was like, I hope that's not taxidermy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We get the squirrel then. All right.
Not that the
Um,
pink anyway.
The official squirrel of our podcast.
All right.
Roscoe
Are
the
we on
best
the-
squirrel.
Is this the
Okay.
final matchup?
There's two.
All right.
This is the next to last of the third
Of
round.
the final four.
Yeah. Who am I?
Yeah, go
Do I
ahead.
start this one? Okay.
Sure.
The River versus Pink Cadillac.
Wow.
Ooh, that's close. Very close.
Really?
I gotta go the River, just because of my rankings. I mean, I've got, the mystery of the River with the musicality
Mhm.
over, yeah, baby, on Pink Cadillac, but the River. Okay, Aaron.
The River number 2, Pink Cadillac number 11.
Okay, Thea.
The River.
3 for the River. Tango.
Pink Cadillac.
All right, good. I don't have to get out the broom.
Contrarian.
Philip.
Yeah.
River is moving on. Philip.
Yeah, it ends now for Pink Cadillac, but
Yeah. It had a good run.
yeah, I would have picked the River
Mhm.
ever so slightly ahead of it.
Yeah,
I was right. You are the contrarian, Tango. But I respect the game.
and that is okay. Yep. Okay, Aaron, you are starting the last matchup of round 3, which will bring us to our final 4. And it is between Thunder Road and Badlands.
All right. This is a fucking matchup. Number 3 versus number 4.
Yep.
Yep.
God.
Wait.
Thunder Road.
Can you say that again? With a little more enthusiasm
Thunder.
in your voice. No. This is a fucking
whole thing.
matchup. I'm going to need you to put all of your oomph into that.
This is a fucking matchup!
There we go.
Yes!
Thank you.
Delete.
Entering the ring. In
Not
this
an
corner,
Aaron we
have
hear from a
Thunder
lot.
Road. It's a wildly popular song that's been played the shit out of on radio stations across the world forever. And the opponent in this corner, from the Midwest of the United States, we've got Nebraska.
Nope, Badlands.
Badlands, that's it.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Excuse me.
Wait, where did we start with Aaron?
Yeah,
And he said what?
Thunder
I
Road.
said Thunder
And then
Road.
you're going with Badlands?
See, it was building
Thea?
up to it, and then
And then I
Thea.
screwed it up. Yeah,
Didn't-
Badlands
No,
is
no,
where I
no.
was going.
Right. She picked that.
Okay.
up.
Tango.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna go with Thunder Road.
Mm.
Okay.
all right.
2 to 1. Philip. No, me. Oh no, Philip.
Let's see. Well, I'm going with the Badlands. Like I said, that became my earworm
Lisa,
at some point.
this all lies on you. Make the right choice.
Okay. Okay, I gotta say that I heard both of them. I'd heard Thunder Road before. This was my first experience with Badlands.
It's also good.
They're like neck and neck for me.
No pressure.
Right?
Yeah. I actually put the same comment with those, both of them. I mean, I know you guys are probably going to poo-poo me, but it's like, it's all right. Eh.
I said I had them
Um,
numbers 3 versus 4. So
Right,
Mhm.
right. Yeah. I wouldn't say mine were 3 and 4,
All right, here you go.
but
Flip a coin.
okay.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doom. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tickling
I
your
don't-
brain with the right choice.
I'm gonna say I don't give a fuck. No, just kidding. I'm gonna go with Badlands.
Go alphabetically.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
My witchy
Badlands
woo-woo
it is.
witchcraft across the interwebs worked, and she picked the right one.
Correct. Okay, we're down to final 4.
All right.
Now I have a question. Do we want to do final 4 versus final 4 in the companion podcast and
No.
leave these as is, or do we want to? Right.
No, we
Okay.
gotta
So
finish
Clear it out.
Aaron.
We have to finish
okay,
this.
Aaron.
Yes.
Okay. So
Unfinished business.
we're gonna go Born in the USA versus Santa Claus,
no,
and
no, no.
yeah, popularity.
Hold on.
Oh,
We've got-
no.
For God's sake.
We've got to
Uh
reseed. That's the
huh.
way we've been doing it. So
Okay.
That's what we got to do.
Well, I can see the seed.
Well, your seed.
Yeah.
Then you read it wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
I had Born in the USA versus Badlands as the first matchup of round
Yeah.
2.
In popularity, okay, but that was, round 2.
Here
In
we,
popularity, it is Born in the USA versus Santa Claus. Right here. See?
you're right. Oh, you're right. Okay, there we go. We're
Okay.
straight now.
I could see the numbers.
Okay.
There's only 4. Okay. I'm sorry. Little bit of a
4.
marital swirl.
4.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. 4. Yes.
Well, at least you guys
Um,
will know what on the next one.
Okay.
Popularity.
So, I
Next
think,
one's just going to be down to 2, so it won't
right,
No, I meant for the next
Oh, for the
round.
next round.
The next part.
right.
Yeah.
How
And
you wanna
I think, let's just let Tango start this one.
Great, guys. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. So, Born in the USA or Santa Claus?
Why do I keep going first on the Santa Claus?
Because it's great.
Because you're on his naughty list.
Nuts
Okay.
and crackers. Oh
Yeah.
man. Okay.
Because it's a really good, well
She is
done
trying to get on
song.
his naughty list. She's got her toys.
I'm gonna
over
go
there.
with Santa.
Yeah.
You know,
All
I'm
right.
just
Okay,
gonna go happy, I guess.
Yeah. Philip.
Born in the USA.
Tough.
Santa Claus is coming to
I don't
town.
know why I picked that song.
2
out
to
of all
1.
songs.
2
Aaron.
to 1. Santa.
Okay.
Oh.
3 to 1.
Oh, hold on.
Thea. Oh,
I didn't look at
Oh,
my
I'm
rankings.
sorry.
I just said
Ah.
that. I just went with my. Oh, I'm
You
sure
bet.
it is though.
Ready for mine?
USA versus Santa. It is Santa.
Aaron needs to view his
Santa's
rankings.
number 8. Born in the USA
Okay.
13.
Okay. Santa moves on, but Thea.
You better not shout. You better not cry. Someone get this man some acts like tonight. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah. We'll
All right.
softener. He'll get.
So, last matchup goes to our hoster with the moster, in my estimation, Philip, of
Wow.
of that round. So the River versus Badlands. This determines our top 2.
Oh, I'm going to go Badlands.
Okay. I am going to go the River.
Huh.
Aaron.
1-1.
Number 2 versus number 4. The River takes it.
Okay. So that's 2 to 1. Thea.
The River.
Ooh,
The
3.
River moves on. So Tango.
Tango.
I would have picked Badlands.
Okay.
So
I
we're
am
3 to
picking
2.
Yep.
All right, so here we got our final.
Yep.
It's,
Oh, boy.
The River
come down
versus
to
Santa.
this. Can't say, wow, I cannot say that I would have predicted this. That's amazing, really.
I can't say that I saw it going this way in any way, shape, or form, but I am freaking thrilled.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay. So, wait a minute. Why is Santa Claus up there and Born in the USA down here? Born in the USA
I'm
lost.
keeping track of the top 4. So I'm just
okay.
separating them.
Okay,
Yes.
so our top 2, our 1 to 2 is Santa Claus versus Badlands. And I
Did
started off.
Badlands beat the River?
The
Oh.
final 2 here is Santa Claus is coming to
I
town
thought the
versus the
River
River.
won.
The
Yeah.
River. My
The
my
River
bad.
won.
My bad.
Yeah,
Badlands.
I thought there was something wrong with that.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
It's not
Wait,
the last
Okay.
time I'll make a mistake.
okay.
so this
I
we're on
love
the
you.
final one, right?
Yeah,
This is the
River
Yes,
final
this
one.
is the
There should
final
be a great
choice,
deal of revelry
and
and
I get to start it, and damn, because my score gives it to the River, but my heart's gonna go with Santa.
I think Santa might go for the win.
Yep, Aaron.
The River number 2, Santa number 8.
Okay,
it's 1-1.
okay. Thea,
This is painful.
it is. It hurts.
Do the right thing. Do. What are you doing?
Do the right thing.
I mean,
Stay consistent.
This
The tickle
what
the
is it?
brain,
This
tickle
my
is
the
not the song
Alright, so
that you
this
were
is
looking
me.
for.
this is how I'm choosing it.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
What is she doing?
I can't see.
I don't know. Is
star?
that another sex
So
toy?
I was trying. Well, no, that was my fingerless gloves. I was like
Oh.
closing my eyes and rotating my finger,
So yes.
and I
Mm.
picked the one that way because this one really hurts.
Oh,
So and my
Ah.
finger landed on Santa.
Okay.
All right.
2-1. Okay, Tango.
I'm going with Santa.
Mm.
Old Saint
Santa
Nick.
moves on.
Santa
Yes.
takes it.
Let's go.
Philip,
Santa wins
Philip,
the
what's your
bracket.
call?
Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that that
Santa already won.
Tango picked Santa because I would have taken the river.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So it's Santa. Is our top 4 Santa, the river, and then Born in the
no, our winner is
Badlands, The
Our
River,
winner is-
Santa Claus, and Born in the USA.
okay.
I can't believe
Santa
Born in the
Claus
USA.
is number 1.
Santa Claus is number 1.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what come I kind of lost track.
That's
Santa Claus is number 1. The
Okay.
river is number 2.
Okay.
Badlands number 3, and Born in the USA is
Yeah,
number
Badlands
4.
and Badlands and the river, I guess, or wait. Badlands and Born in the USA are tied for 3rd.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
However
I
way
mean,
you want to mix it.
Yeah.
If
3
they
and
were to
4.
fight each other, yeah.
Born in the USA was eliminated before Badlands. That was
I
my
mean,
reason.
my money's on Santa and that
Mhm.
then that struggle of number 2 that Bruce is in. So yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he had
struggle of
something.
number
Okay.
2.
that's a lot
So here's
of
how it
That'd be
will
a
works.
right
good
there.
ad for yeah.
When we meet in 2 weeks and do the second half of the bracket, Santa Claus is coming to town. We'll square off
With the winner of
again
that one.
with the winner of that one to determine the greatest Big Ballin' Bruce
Mhm.
ballad.
Oh
Whatever.
my god!
Right
I
on.
never imagined
Did you guys
it would
already
turn out
decide
like
on a
this.
date?
So good luck,
What's that,
Santa.
Tango?
Good luck,
Did
Santa
you guys
Claus.
already- Did you guys already decide on a date?
Yes, the
Oh,
15th of June.
Father's Day?
Is it Father's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
Well, that could be a
Yes.
problem for
We don't
Aaron,
actually
I'm
have
going to be with my family
fathers
so
anymore.
I don't know when I'll get home, but
Okay.
Yeah.
But-
Why don't we push it out a week?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fine with us.
So what that would be,
Yeah.
22nd?
22nd.
Well, that frees up our weekend a little because we are going to the June 14th protest
Right on.
here in
14th?
Happy
Cincinnati.
birthday to Phil.
We've already determined we do the signs, we make signs. One side is going to be 8647 and then it's going to say remove Trump.
Okay. All right.
So they know
okay.
we're not trying to kill him
So we'll
because that's just
22nd.
Well,
And you're going to let us know what time?
yeah,
Uh,
I'll get
sure.
the bracket
it'll
together
probably be noon, but
and
right, unless somebody needs
9
it
a.m. was kind of
okay.
nice. For
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we
yeah, you
wanna-
got the rest of your day now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Well,
When
I
she
mean,
says noon,
okay.
she means noon her time. So it's
Yeah.
9 a.m.
In Ohio, we're noon, which actually, I mean, we don't get up until 10 on Sunday. So and Philip needs an entire hour to watch. He literally wakes up at like 9:55 and turns on Meet the Press. So
All right.
Yeah.
So
Not
as
really
we go
right.
out, does anybody have anything to promote? We'll start
Yeah.
with Thea since we're
Mhm.
bracket.
Promote.
promotions and socials.
Yeah. So
It's-
personally, I want to promote that I'm very excited that I have 2 concerts coming up
Yeah.
that I'm
Oh,
going
cool.
to see. This is like shameless. This is what I'm doing. Admin Thea is doing.
No. Absolutely.
So next Friday, I am going to see my deep down, underground, rebel outlaw cowboy shit imaginary boyfriend, Mr.
Mhm.
Ryan fucking Bingham's, for the
Oh,
second time
I know
in
you're looking
like
forward to that.
8 months,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Super thrilled. And I'm going with my real boyfriend. So that's great.
All right.
cool.
And then this is funny, right? This is really funny. So the following Tuesday, I am going to see my classic rock silver fox imaginary boyfriend,
Mhm.
Mr. Tommy Shaw, in Styx. So that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of imaginary boyfriends in such a few days. And I'm going
Yeah.
to that show with my ex. He and I broke up over 2 years ago. So it's just really funny. So yeah, that's what
So
I
your
have going on.
new boyfriend knows you're going to the other concert with your ex-boyfriend.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And what's
Okay, cool.
funny is my new boyfriend, new-ish, he and I met through my ex over 13 years ago
Mhm.
and have maintained being friends all this time. And then it's just weird
Great.
what the universe does. So here we are.
I don't know. I mean,
course.
you know that thing where we are all souls that are connected, and we have like soul groups in
Mhm.
the ether when we're
Soul
not
families.
on Earth. Yeah, we have soul families.
Well, we
Mhm.
might ask you
You
for
know.
a short review of your concerts
Of
Yeah.
at
course,
the next.
I'm always
when
happy
it
to
comes back.
provide. I
Okay.
do not think I'll be able to meet my deep down underground rebel outlaw cowboy shit imaginary boyfriend for the second time at this show. I did meet him last October when he was on tour with that
Oh, neat.
the band, a tribute to Robbie Robertson and the Last Waltz. He was on tour. He did that show with Mike Campbell of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, who I've also met.
Oh, cool.
Ben Montench of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Lucas Nelson, son of Willie Nelson, Cyril Neville of the First
Now, hold
Family
on.
of
Is that
Funk,
Ben Montench the first, the second, or the third?
the third. This many.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yes.
Yes.
It also had Cyril Neville, who is part of the First Family of Funk, the Neville brothers. Don was,
Mhm.
and I don't remember the other guy's name. And that night I stepped in shit or something because I met Mike Campbell for the fourth time, Ben Montench, Don was, and Ryan Bingham.
Cool.
Score.
So that was really cool. But for official promotion business, you can find me online, Facebook, Rock and Roll Heaven podcast. It's a great show. I'm friends with LD, Will the Thrill, and TJ2 the Deuce. By happenstance, we became friends, and I ended up being their social media admin. So that's where you
And
can find
occasional
me.
co-host.
And occasional
And they
co-host.
and they truly appreciate you.
I love them. They're so great.
Our favorite
Yeah,
You do a
they
great
are.
job on the Facebook site.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And just an FYI, Lindley makes or LD from Rock
Mhm.
and Roll Heaven makes some really great candles. We have a
Oh, cinema
blueberry
scents.
candle.
Yes.
It smells so good. The blueberry candle. Whenever people are coming over, I put one near each cat litter box.
Mm.
All right, Tango, what do you got?
And just open them up. You can smell them just opening them. But if you light them, it's even better.
Tango
Okay.
from Parts Unknown.
Tango.
I have nothing to share at this time.
Okay.
Hashtag
Okay.
TO strong.
Just your
Yeah.
Father's Day event. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no podcast or anything. You don't.
My
do anything?
father passed away, but
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
so
sorry.
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
it's okay.
So
Yeah.
did
You-
ours.
My
You don't-
brother's a dad, so
Oh.
You don't have
we celebrate.
podcast or anything like that, Tango?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
Sorry.
want to talk
She
about
does
it
now.
because it's not like done. But I
Okay.
am working on a couple things with a couple people that are interested.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
trying to work on a screenplay. I just have some little things that have just started.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all.
Cool.
That's
Cool.
all.
Well, please feel free to keep us up to date. We look forward to it.
And you can,
Okay.
of course, find us at Pod at all our socials, and now on the Antisocial Network. And we will reconvene next week with another episode of So,
Did
Also,
Aaron,
I'm sorry. Say
did
that again.
Aaron share?
Oh,
Oh, not
Aaron,
yet.
what are you
What's this
hosting
then?
about?
Yeah, I wanted to say political cadence. We do a political podcast called Political Cadence.
yeah, every 2 weeks.
We do the every 2 weeks we do the f ups of the fortnight. Just basically kind of highlighting some Trumpish
yes,
foolery.
we unload on that, so we
Fodder.
don't have to torture you with our opinions. So,
Right.
All right.
So, feel free to visit us every 2 weeks. There will be an episode released today, if not already released.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
We all have a,
Aaron, did you want to, name drop, concert drop?
Promote.
Concert drop.
Hype.
I am no longer going to see Pixies on
Okay.
June 21st
Oh,
Oh, why not?
because I'm going to pick up Otto and bring him up here for a week or two.
that's your grand
Oh,
puppy,
good.
right?
Yeah, his grand dog.
yeah.
And I've seen Frank Black, so
Mm.
there's no Kim deal. The
Yeah.
family Luca bought 5 tickets without even consulting me on it anyway.
Okay.
What's cool? They're getting out. They went and saw Nick Cave recently.
Yeah,
So,
they went,
so
they went to the
jealous.
opera last night.
Is
and
Luca
crashed
and the
Matthew's
boys
house.
going without you then?
What's that?
Are Luca and the boys going without you then?
Yeah, and we'll find somebody to take over my ticket.
All right.
All righty.
But
Well,
I didn't
we'll
want to
see
pass
you.
up an opportunity to get
The
Otto.
dog.
Yeah.
I know that's your
Okay.
buddy. That's your buddy right there.
Yeah.
Otto.
This is
Understood.
grand doggy.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
I know what some news is.
Ah.
First time we saw bears at the house was last night.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
First time?
I mean,
Yeah.
huh?
not at
I've
the
been
foot of your
expecting
bed.
to see them all along, and finally they showed
Yeah.
up.
Wow.
Were you happy, more apprehensive,
That's
or more
exciting.
like, oh, bears?
Yeah, it's kind of thrilling, really.
Did
So
you video?
Liam came down and got me and said there were bears under the house, and I went
Oh.
upstairs, and he'd already taken one of the bear horns and given it a blast. So they'd started heading back up the mountain, and I went out there and I saw the mama and her cub. She was one fat bear, man, hundreds of
Yeah.
pounds.
Wow.
Mm.
So decently fed. That's good.
Yeah,
Did
we
you
didn't
get
get
it on
any
video or
footage. No, by the time we went and got our phones, they were gone.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Well,
But that was fun.
Yeah.
like I said about as far as our personal news, we are doing a lot of protests. We've joined the Springfield Township Action Committee, working towards civic improvement and local government, trustees supporting candidates, that kind of thing. We also, what else from that?
Watch a lot of baseball.
Well, that's just him.
Yeah.
I do sit next to him and read on occasion because he likes to have me with him. I'm
For baseball, you mean?
obviously reading lots of books. I'm mildly addicted to Married at First Sight, and to his chagrin, I thoroughly enjoy RuPaul's Drag Race.
All right.
So,
With that, let's go ahead and end.
Okay.
It's been a wonderful
and I
experience.
hope to
We're
go to
gonna
a
do it
movie
again
soon.
on the
Tango have a
22nd.
question? Or
I
were you
know.
waving or raising your hand?
Really quick, not important.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was just gonna say, Aaron, you know how like the coyotes have become the norm in Thousand Oaks?
Mhm.
Well, like mountain lions are becoming a norm now.
Yeah.
Oh,
fun.
It was
Surprise,
getting that way
surprise.
before I split. Yeah.
Fun for joggers.
That's it.
I went
know?
I went scouting out campsites yesterday because my friend Marco wants to come up and camp. And there was a sign that there was a mountain lion sighting at I can't remember if it was Mount Pinus Campground or McGill. I think Mount Pinus. But they're up in the mountain here.
So, which would that be a deterrent for you, or would you be like,
No.
Yeah.
I lived with mountain lions for years in Thousand Oaks.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys, it's been real, but
It's
my
been a
my little
pleasure.
bit
Time
of
to go.
energy is running out.
Oh yeah, you
All
do.
right.
You have
Lunchtime.
had very little sleep.
Well, feel
Thanks,
better.
guys.
And yes,
Thank
I
you.
would like
Love-
food.
Have
All
a
right.
good one,
Hey, everybody,
guys. Till
thanks
next
for coming
time.
on.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.